Welcome to Ciudad Perdida, or in English, welcome to the Lost City.
So we're in the first sector, guys. Congratulations. Everybody's really strong and everybody did great. And welcome to this beautiful paradise from him and also from Magic Tour. So right now we're just gonna do a quick 1 minute, kind of a meditative minute. If you would like, you can ask permission from Madre Seneca. That's, if you've been to Peru, they call her the Pachamama there. That's Mother Earth. That is one of the gods for the indigenous groups here. The indigenous people here also believe in this, the father sun, Serancua, and the god of the moon is Saga.
Luna, mujer, sol, el hombre.
And the moon is a goddess, the sun for them is a god. And he said, just really, really hone into nature right now, listen to the birds, listen to the sound of the water, just the silence.
Más o menos unos 600 pueblos dentro de la... También hacían chicha de maíz.
Those must be original steps going up here. Those haven't been touched in a while. So I think currently we're circumnavigating, we're going around the perimeter of the city to get down into the main bits. On these must be restored steps, these ones here.
De trabajo llamado metal, por eso vamos a ver mucho en el recorrido.
These are a tool that they've recovered that the indigenous people used for like grinding down things like corn.
Okay, so this canal here apparently was man-made. They made this canal. The water would come from the top of the mountain, or a bit further up at least, and run down through here, down through this canal. And this would be where they would collect water for cooking, drinking. They'd cook it, boil it, use it for preparing their food. Also, all of these circular platforms that you're seeing were houses. They were terraces, every single one. All these circles would have had houses, little huts on them at one time. And each of the terraces, each of the circle platforms has a little plaque on them with the number of the terrace, which was done by archaeologists in more recent times. So for example, the one at the front was number 209. So there was literally hundreds of houses. Wow, look at that. That was a city. Think back in the day, there's just house, 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 people, canal, water, mate. And then a view like that, not bad.
It's like a little red dot. That's where we were.
So there was 4 entrances to the city. The one we came up the main stairs, and there's another one here that hasn't been restored. Only the main entrance was restored. And this one come from the river, the Buritaca River down the bottom. This was one of the entrances.
They discovered 270. They think there's still about 270 that haven't been restored, and 217 that have. These terraces, there's 217 that are restored, but they think there's around 270 still that they haven't uncovered or that are still.
So there's 217 terraces recovered, found, and they think there's about 270 still hidden by jungle. Either 270 still to find, or like 270 minus 217. There's old staircases. Everywhere you look, there's old staircases that haven't been restored. just a massive maze. It's like a big maze. It's a web. It's a web of staircases. Look how old these ones are. This is a terrace. This was a house. Number 143. It's crazy to be something so old and so full of history. This is as close as we will get to understanding how they lived and, you know, what happened here. But it's so green. Everything is so green. Like, the view is green, the moss is green. It is lush. Real jungle. Look at that. Now that is jungle.
Behind you is one of the houses that's been maintained and it's been rebuilt. So the houses here look like that. This is the Mammo's house.
Casa María, como una iglesia.
Okay, it's like a church.
Sí, y del otro lado está la casa de la mujer.
And behind this house is his wife's
This is his daughter-in-law.
daughter-in-law.
It's the wife of one of his sons, the leader's sons. We're gonna be getting bracelets here that are made by the mama. They're for protection. They have a white bead for the clouds, a yellow bead for the sun. The blue bead is for the sky, and green beads will always be for nature in general. ¿Cómo se llama ella?
Can you ask her how old is she?
Petrona.
¿Cuántos años tienes?
She said she doesn't know how many years she has.
I have no idea, but it's my favorite color.
Everything's
All of them
are protection.
How tight do you want it?
What's the tactic? This plant is called ula. It's what they use to get purple or like violet dye.
Show me your hands, Tops. That's really purple.
In the past, they slept on the floor, but now they sleep in either a bed or a hammock. Oh, the leader that lives here. A lot of these are his personal garden. He grows bananas, coca leaves. He grows yucca. Over here, he's growing tobacco. He makes a mixture of like cooking tobacco, coca leaves, and the calcium from the shell snails, and that's something that he'll chew on personally. And they say that he uses that to like get deeper into his thoughts, to consider important matters, things like that.
So there's a female hut, a male hut. No mixing. Females don't go in the male don't go in the female. But when they want to have the bit of time, only in nature.
La que era muy pequeña, thank you. La que era muy pequeña, como era una población bastante grande.
C'est vrai que ça vaut la peine de se mettre par exemple. Alors.
Half expecting King Kong to come running down, swinging down.
De nos repas. Le potage de butternut.
Hey, look how green it is. It's so green. I think we've come almost to the main bit of the city. Have a look at this. this place is unbelievable. It is deep, deep in the Sierra Nevada, in the jungle. Mate, totally remote. Huh. Scared him off. Sorry, buddy. Right, I'm climbing to the top of the city right now, to the highest point. See if we can get a bit of a view. Oh, we'll use the final stairs. Wow, wait till you see this view. Welcome to the lost city. Welcome to Ciudad Perdida. Wow, have a look at this. Wow, unbelievable. I don't know who had this terrace, but this is the one I would choose. Look at that. Alright, here we are at the lost city, Ciudad Perdida, and of course I've brought my Australian flag. Mate, how good is it? Amazing. The Ciudad Perdida, the lost city. Archaeologists and historians and researchers say built in about 700 AD, took about 150 years. Not discovered until 1973 by a treasure hunter, Frankie Ray. There was no path, he just going looking for treasure with his machete, stumbled across some stones, some steps, and eventually this. Those things you can see, those two main circles you can see down there, were the sacred sites, the places where they perform their religious practices. 2,500, somewhere between 2,500 and 3,000 inhabitants, people lived in the lost city. Only important people though, religious people, people high up in both politics and religion. They came from all over in the Sierra Nevada, the tribes that would come to the lost city for religious, ceremonial, sacred purposes. Was a sacred place and still is a sacred place for all of the tribes, like the one that we saw earlier in this trek. You might be thinking, well, why was it abandoned? Why leave this? They had established a city. They had trade with other cities and other tribes in the Parque Teyuna. And the reason was the conquistadors came to Colombia. Conquistadors are essentially Spanish invaders. They came to Colombia, they came to the coast, they came to Santa Marta. They burnt Santa Marta essentially down 21 separate times. They set it on fire. And being here, the hut's extremely flammable. The people of the Teyuna is another name of this lost city. Teyuna is the indigenous name. The people of Teyuna heard about the conquistadors and they essentially abandoned the lost city because they could not let it fall into the hands of the conquistadors, because the sacred nature of the place, the importance to them, and the treasure they did not want to get into the hands of the conquistadors. So they abandoned it, scattered themselves around the Sierra Nevada, and hence formed those 4 tribes that we were speaking about earlier in the video. And until its discovery in 1973, it remained lost, it remained unknown. And in 1976, about 3 years later, the Colombian government got involved, started to begin the restoration, which led to how it is today and led all the tours. So wow, amazing. You can Jose Garcia, our guide, was told us of the magic of the power. You feel it when you're here, and it's hard to kind of understand something like that until you get there. And this is pretty amazing. If you can't tell by the sheer awe-inspiring nature of this view, like that is crazy. I'm hoping the camera can pick it up. Just deep in the jungle. It's green. It's just, I am sitting here talking to you, but I am struggling to put it into words. That is something pretty special. Anyway, let's keep exploring. Mate, how good is living? Get outside, chase your dreams, guys. Mate, what's going on here?
So when I lift your hands, you are going to turn.
There's a bit of salsa on the top of the lost city.
Yeah. So basically the turn is like, so you see these steps, right? Like, and then here turn, and then you go back on this one. So let's do a turn again. You can dance with one.
Mate, it's been a bit of a hard hike to get here. Some hours have been put in on my feet, but God, man, my bloody hell, is it worth it? It sure is. Mate, the lost city of Colombia. Mate, I can't get over it. One of those things you don't want to stop looking at. Muchas gracias, Jose.
Con gusto.
Muchas gracias, José.
Con gusto, my friend. El hombro de la cinturita. My friend.
Ah, perfecto.
Bien.
Muchas gracias. This came at a perfect time. I was just thinking how bloody hungry I am. When you get up at 5 AM, have breakfast at 5:30, mate, you're starving by 9:30.
Hallway downstairs.
The whole way down the stairs.
Yeah.
It just wants a lift.
It's got the number 89 on
It
it.
looks like
Yeah.
98 on this side.
What the heck? It's a football. He's wearing a football jersey. Jose was just telling us that down here, Frankie Ray, the guy who discovered the lost city, his friends were killed down here. They were shot for some reason. I'm pretty sure it was because, fighting over the treasure of the land. They say this rock here is the rock of fertility, the stone of fertility, to touch it if you want to have babies. And those of you that know me know that I want 6 kids, so hugging the rock. Alright, so we're down on the 2 big main platforms now, which were the main religious spots, the ceremonial spots. And with I would say the best view of the valley, really to get the sheer size of the place. You look around, 360-degree view and just mountains everywhere. Let's have a look up here. Alright, so that last area that we just walked through was where the people of import would live, such as the shamans, the religious leaders, other important figures. They had their own entrance to the city. They called it the Stair of Queens, or the Queen's Stairs, which has been somewhat restored. So we are exiting via the Queen's Stairs right now. And as I leave the lost city, a few brief observations. I'm sure I'll ruminate on it and some other thoughts will come out, but a very a moving experience, a learning experience, just as you have seen, a visually enchanting place. Like it is one of, if not the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my life. Like the position in the valley with all of the mountains around, of where the lost city is just like amazing. Deep in the jungle, greenery, the animals, the sound of the animals. It's really amazing, and to have such a great guide or guides giving us the historical info as we go, it's been an amazing experience. I certainly felt the magic and the power of a place like this. So that has been the lost city of Colombia. Now we head back home, start the journey back. Video's not over yet though. Still got a bit of adventure, bit of fun to be had. Let's go and find it. So this is a map. It's got, I'm pretty sure they say some lines indicate rivers, other lines indicate foot trails. There's a big divot in the middle here that's been not hollowed out, but a little hole. That's where we are right now, the lost city. And they used this back in the day to navigate trade routes. That's pretty amazing. An ancient map. It's basically Google Maps, isn't it? Oh, we've just come to a little sacred lagoon at the bottom of the lost city. Mate, that is unbelievable. So they call this a sacred lagoon with sacred water as it comes down from the mountain, the Magdalena Mountains.
Lovely.
Some sacred water. Make a wish, guys, make a wish. What is it? Meatballs, rice, lentils? Oh, hell yeah. Smells good. You're mixing it all together.
Yeah, man.
Good idea?
Why not?
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, good. Good job, kitchen. Do you know that hot sauce laying around?
Stops. This is you want.
Yes. What's this stuff? Cabbage?
Red cabbage, onions and carrot. Like a coleslaw,
Yeah.
mayo.
So good.
Very well, very good, very good, very well.
I've got the speaker playing some ketaba, and from the other group, one of the translators who's like a local guy, he's like eating his pineapple, he's eating his orange, and he goes, "Oh my god, what is in this pineapple?" And he goes, "Everyone just start with 2, 2 is enough." I've got the techno on the speaker. ABBA remix.
You love to midnight, won't somebody take the darkness away.
That's amazing.
I find this so much easier than going slow. Fuck me, I cannot stop, but...
Only the snake. Mate, that looks exactly like a snake, and I filmed at someone and pretended it was a snake, but I didn't film it, and it was very funny. You just have to believe me.
Oh, I remember being here yesterday. Small snake. Essential, yeah? Essential.
It's not enough to get away. You take a photo of me, I'll take a photo of you. It's a snake.
Just did a bunch of the tobacco. Oh, you got it, dude.
Finished. I just got myself 3. I got 3 drinks. That's how thirsty I am. Which one should I try first? Yeah, that's a sin. I'm trying all 3.
Oh my god. I reckon he's done about 9 hours.
Arriba.
Abajo or 7.
At the end of a very long, very hard day, this is what it's all about. Yes, of course I've got my budgies on. Why would you even ask that question? Hey! Here he is.
We found the beach.
We found the beach. They weren't lying about the beach.
DSA.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Buen Condor!
Guys, they've saved the best dinner for last. Have a look at this. This feels like I'm at the pub in Australia. This is probably what I would have ordered at a restaurant. Red meat, chip, meat. It smells so good. Can I have some?
Yeah, we got it.
Anyone for ketchup?
You want a ketchup?
Salud. Pineapple juice.
And Simon.
So he said, first of all, he wanted to just welcome you guys to a traditional This is a traditional hut that is built by the Wiwa tribe, where he's from. And like we've been talking about, there's 4 different cultures here. They all wear their own clothing. They all have slightly different clothing, and they also have their own languages. He's from the Wiwa, but there's also the Kogi, the Arawakas, and the Kunquamu.
Son muy importantes para nosotros. Es como nuestra pasaporte, se llama tamburo, o en español poporo.
When they turn 18 and when they're ready to change their dress to the adult dress, they have a ceremony, and it's going to be in a hut similar to this, but with closed walls. That's only for adults, and at the ceremony only adults are allowed to enter. This is the ceremony where the men receive their poporo, and he specifically said that in this special building for the ceremony there's a specific entrance and an exit. They don't come in through the same door that they go out of, and this has its own symbolism. And they learn how to approach the ceremony from their fathers, who will teach them what to expect on the day that they, it's a ceremony of gaining their identity, and their fathers will teach them what to expect on the day that comes.
One of the most interesting things we learnt about the tribes was the men's use of a poporo, as seen in this picture here. I've borrowed the following clip from Culture Trip that explains the significance of a poporo much better than I could myself.
Las mujeres indígenas, ella que la recolecta donde están las plantaciones. Y nosotros los hombres hacemos el proceso. Podemos masticar en la boca, eso nos da como algo energía. Estos de Wiwas se llama damburo. Esto es lo que nos entregas el mamos, los líderes. Todos los hombres recibimos el damburo. Cuando cumples edad de 18 años puede tener su identificación. Igualmente, el principio se recibe la calabaza, la saliva de los ayos con la cal. Cuando se mezcla, eso se va pegando y se va informando, se va creciendo. Igualmente como los conocimientos, lo que vamos aprendiendo. Y nosotros personalmente, en cada año nosotros vamos aprendiendo, cual nosotros podemos enseñar a nuestros hijos cómo podemos respetar, vivir en la sierra para vivir muy tranquilos en este mundo.
señor. Fui de mi compadre Pedro.
Ajá, cómo no.
Y el compadre, sí, señor. Yo el domingo a Barranquilla.
Ajá, cómo no.
Me encontré con Toño Char.
Ajá, sí, señor.
Y nos fuimos para el estadio.
Ajá, cómo no. Alrighty, that's day 3 done. Up at 5 AM tomorrow for the final day. Today was a great day. Today was Ciudad Perdida. Today was a lost city, which is why we were here, right? And it was unbelievable. Learnt so much, so much information. I'm gonna gather my thoughts, look at my notes, and try and convey that information in a way that somewhat does it justice. Big day though, big day. Started with the 1200 steps, spent a few hours in the lost city, but it was an 11-hour day. We were up at 5, out at 6, and then arrived here at 5. So it was like 12 hours after from waking up to arriving at this camp. Big day. Feet are sore, blisters everywhere, a couple fallen soldiers, had a few sicknesses, but as a group, Grupo Condor, we are thriving, surviving, enjoying, and I think we're all going to look back on this with fondness. Well, I know I am. So tomorrow, last day, big day still, not out of the woods yet. I think it's still like 12 Ks tomorrow or something, but get it done, and we will earn a reward tomorrow night. So I will see you guys early in the morning. Come get into bed with me as always and see what bed brings tonight. I think got a top bunk. Haven't had a top bunk in a while. I'm stuck on my net. I need more.
And now all the mosquitoes came in.
Can you
the tarantula?
Can you tuck me? Can you tuck me in?
In the tarantula, yeah.
Anna's tucking in my net. I feel like I'm in a treehouse.
Someone needs water, I will go fill my bottle.
That's okay, that's perfect. Perfect, thank you. Thank you so much.
Water?
This is quite comfortable, isn't it? I've got a blankie. A comfy blanket. I could get used to this, it's very comfortable. Couple bugs. Let's flick this bug on, Mark. Okay, so day 4 has begun with a slightly unexpected obstacle in the shape of a bloody huge hill. Massive hill. What is it? What time is it? So it's 6:47. So we've been going uphill for 40 minutes. We've been lied to at some point. Day 4, all downhill, guys. Oh my god, it's still going. Only 12 kilometers left. It's our last steep hill and of the whole trek. I'm trying to keep pace with our guide, Mr. Jose. Just when we thought we were finished. That's good? Yeah. There's a local primary school. Only got introduced really recently for the tribal kids. We either forgot or got tricked that there was no more big hills. That was the steepest hill of the entire thing.
Hello, Mama. Holanda. How are you? Colombia. Very, very nice.
Help, Mum, help.
Yes, my friend.
Yeah, Mum. Mum, come pick me up. Mum, come pick me up. They're making me walk up steep hill again. That's the definition of a workhorse. That's what I look like going up the hill. Isso! Ajá, caballero. Ajá, sí, señor. Sí! We are done.
Nice guys.
Yes!
Good job.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's great.
Yes, sir. Ah! Mark.
We made it.
Yes. Shee. Boys, how we feel? Good?
Hey,
Good?
we did it.
Good to go again?
Good. Yeah, sure. Let's go again.
Take my hand. Yes, Maria. Good job. Mate, my toes look like they've been in the bath for a week.
Gross.
That is gross.
You did this on camera.
Yeah, look at that. Get that up, yeah. Oh. I stepped in a river and my foot looks like it's been in a bath for a week. Yes! Good. The final supper, and we've got piranha. Look at his teeth.
He said when you guys bought the tour, you didn't have any idea who would be on the tour with you or who would be your tour guide, and he really hopes that you guys enjoy his service. That being a tour guide has a lot of responsibility, but he really hopes that you enjoy the way he does things. He said with this tour, like, he wants to take care of you guys as if you were children of his own family.
Sigan disfrutando de Colombia, que Colombia tiene mucho encanto. ¿Sí? Tiene un amigo más en Santa Marta.
He says, continue enjoying your travels here in Colombia. There's so much to fall in love with in Colombia, and to know that you guys have one more friend in Santa Marta.
Con Torerido. Si yo pudiera alzar el vuelo con más del cóndor que fuera alto, bien alto, me fuera lejos y destapar una cerveza para curar el guayabo, como gusta. En Instagram, el hombre de la sintonía. Ahí me encuentro, sí.
His Instagram is El Hombre de la Sintonía, the man of the
El hombre de la sintonía, Instagram. Gracias.
There is something to be said for joint suffering. An arduous, adventure-filled journey, undertaken together, oftentimes results in a closer bond between comrades. As a group, we overcame the challenge that was the trek through the Sierra Nevada. But personal battles were also fought and won. Lisa had food poisoning the day before the trek. Anna had been nursing a bad ankle in the lead-up. Ollie had a case of the squirts on day 2. Vicky stood defiant against her fear of bridges. And Marianne, she just simply inspired us all. Words can only diminish the lost city and the Sierra Nevada, and the truth will live and die within the hearts and minds of those that were with me. And I think there's a kind of beauty to that fact. Mate, Ciudad Perdida. Amazing. Come here. I told you we would come back. I told you. I told you you would come back.
Yeah, I've been living life in a fast lane, even before